Am I good to start?
Hold up, I gotta take all my cosmetics off this guy.
Okay.
Yep.
You should be good to go.
Alright.
We're just waiting for Soldier. I guess he just went to the washroom, so I'll just tell you in a second.
Okay.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay, I'm just waiting on Euphoria then.
Okay.
Good luck, have fun, everybody. I'm gonna start it now. Oh wow. I did not have the issue with a little somebody speaking on the right, and it would now be showing up right behind the scoreboard, which I'm just showing for a bit of reference as to where it would be. But we have first round of playoffs here out of, I believe, 3 rounds it is, in the, what is it, fall season, I think it's considered, of Inferno League. I think it's season 4, might be season 5, I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, Division 2 of the top division teams at the top of their divisions, there we go, I was about to say specific division, but they're in separate divisions here, specifically, gonna get these names right, sorry folks, I'm trying to make sure that I have this correct. Specifically Division 2 and Division 1 face off here. I believe the second best in Division 1 facing the first best in Division 2. I'm gonna go and check that just to be sure. Yes, the top team in Division 2 is Euphoria, which is attacking first here in a best of 3, first round of playoffs. First map will be Villa. I believe it's 141's choice. 141 is known to very much like, or maybe not so much like, but at the very least spend a lot of time playing this map. And Fate just left. But Fate just left because of game chat glitch, so I'm gonna pause in just a moment to allow him to return. He has. So I don't really have to worry about that, but anyways, second map will be Chalet. Euphoria will still attack. And then the third map will be Coastline Euphoria attack. Pretty much Euphoria spends the entire series on the attack, which could be good, could be bad. It's going to be interesting to see how that factors in. At least on this map, it's definitely going to work against them. This is Villa. This is a historically very defender-sided map, so it really should favor 141 here, the number 2 team in Division 1. The number 1 team in Division 1...
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Anyways, looking at the bans very quickly while I go and check the other teams within these respective divisions. The bans are pretty stereotypical. I mean, the Kaid ban makes sense. Making it harder to keep walls closed, especially on Villa, is a key thing. But there is one thing to factor in here, is that all of the main walls, and in general, most of the walls on this site and on this map are defendable using impact tricks. If you were to reinforce a lot of the walls on this map, you can impact trick them and keep them closed. So that brings a new option, which we're seeing here, I believe, through Nick. That seems to be their plan, though they are bringing a mute as well. I believe as a sort of supplement they'll be using that impact trick. They certainly are going to be trying that on this game side. As you can see, they have an impact trick whole set. But pretty much it brings another opportunity, another way for teams to keep walls closed. Instead of requiring a mute or a bandit or a Kai, which is now banned, you can now bring somebody such as Womai or I believe Valkyrie, who is banned, or Legion, Lucy. Anybody with an impact really could potentially keep a wall closed for you. I would say it is more difficult to keep it closed because it takes more skill, and there's usually less utility for that impact trick. As you can see now, Euphoria taking Study has pretty much been isolated here. 5v4. Laser will pick off Soldier early on, removing the roamer there. I don't know why the castle was on the roam and has died a minute in, but that's not really a good spot for them to be in. They already are attempting, at least, to take this area of the objective, take the Study side, which has been pretty much locked in, which isn't great here for 141. I mean, it means that now they can't really do anything to Euphoria. Euphoria can do whatever they want in that room. The only way that 141 is challenging them without removing those caster barricades first, which is a risky play, mind you, is going to be through that ace hole. And maybe through chucking nitros as before is over. Prolixo will pick off Andy, and now Sight seeming to clear out here as 4v3 Flicks actually crossfire onto Ysivro. There goes Fade pushing in here, trying to get something done, but Impulse will pick him off with a flank. Now up to just the ace here when it comes to taking the objective. Tates will try and pick down Frisk. There goes Prolixo with another frag on a nick up to just Impulse here. The smoke of 141. Trying to hold down main stairs here, spotted by Tates. Will fall back to that shield there. Interesting shield placement. No! Will not save him though. Laser takes down the smoke of 141. Impulse earns the first round here for the attacking team. Good first round there for Euphoria. They took advantage of the hold there, whether incidentally or on purpose. The hold set up by 141, and they just won their 1v1s. That's what Euphoria does, is that they win their 1v1s. That's their entire strategy. Is just they push, and they win 1v1s. There's nothing special about them, besides that they're good at gunfights.
Attackers need to
But
locate
then
and
again,
defuse
anybody
bombs.
could be good at gunfights. I'm not saying, when I say that, I'm not saying that they're a bad team. They're a good team. They're the top team in their division, in fact. I'm just saying that there's nothing spectacular about that. To speak quickly on the history of that team, they do have Tates, they do have Fate, I believe they've had Zarnok and a couple other players who used to be with Aatrox Jacks / Blackjacks. Used to be all the way back Reflex Gaming, which was I think a year ago now.
10 seconds remaining.
So they've been a very historic duo. I think Gills is with them as well. Zuko. Oh, shut up,
Attackers'
man.
objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Anyways, another Aviator game sold here attempted by 141, and I'm already very confused by them. If you look, they have 2 players on the roam. I thought they were going to have a third, considering that the Tachanka there, Soldier, was taking a teeny bit to get back on site. It was just a slight delay, and I think that's a misplaced shield, because it's not really, it's not really defending anything. That wall's not going to be opened up. It's going to be this wall most of the time. It appears to be the same push here from Euphoria, or at least the same kind of pressure on that Study side, though they might be pushing onto the Astra side, though that plan's obviously going to be scrapped very quickly. Andy will pick off Prolixel. 45 seconds in, less than, to be honest. Frisk will almost die there as I'm talking to you all. And they've lost their hard reach. They still, however, have Ysivro with the hard reach charges with 2 of them, so they could very much get a wall open. But I don't know if they really want to do that. And double kill now as Frisk will actually knock off Laser there. Fade is down, so it's truly a 2v5 at this point. I think a res will go out there from Tates, picks Fade back up at the cost of never mind. Andy gets the double kill onto Fade. Looks for a potential third there. Actually onto Tates, as Tates will get aggressive with the P7. Don't know why he's so aggressive considering that he's outnumbered here. Steven will take down Frisk. Will trade his teammate out there and still steal, however, with the Jaeger of Andy, who is holding an angle here from Trophy. Has wasted a lot of time and a lot of frags. 3 kills, including the flank watch and your primary hard breach. The primary hard breach, pardon me, for Euphoria. And in exchange, 1 player down. Potentially a second soon, as you can see. Takes will get aggressive. That was Sivro, pardon me. Swinging, pre-firing, and getting the frag on Andy. Just trade his teammate. But quite slow trades there for them. And now a minute left to push the objective. They still do have hard reach in both Sivro with the secondary hard reach charge, as well as Tate's with the Selma. But it's going to be difficult now, considering that they're going to have to rely on potentially getting some very quick vertical or some sort of fragging to get rid of any utility on the wall. And then getting the wall itself. So you can see Sivro getting a bit aggressive here. So he's going to actually try and open up pretty much 90 itself. An alleyway on either side, one by Hunting and one by main stairs. You can see Impulse holding an angle very close to that. Will pick off Sivro. I don't know why he got it so aggressive, but Tate's going to try and redeem that. Going to try and take the objective in a 1v3. Swings Impulse, takes him down as well. As you can see, Flame going to go out here. Soldier will try and potentially really herd Tate's as the ace. He has 20 seconds left to try and flex it. He will take down Nick for a double kill. Loses quite a bit of health, however, to one of the Surya gates set up earlier in the round by Nick, who he just picked off. Bit of revenge in the grave there. Is up to just Soldier and Tate's low time. Soldier just needs to simply put down a bit of flame. Tate needs to get a plant down. I don't think Soldier realizes he hears this plant sound. Will send out some flame, but not quick enough to actually stop the plant from going down. Tate's right inside the default there. Will now back away and look for a potential opportunity to just have a camera on that. You can see Soldier exploring here, trying to figure out what exactly is going on. Soldier actually might be looking to flame here. He will. Sends down some flame to try and protect himself while he goes to the defuse. I don't think it's going to last him that long, though. Tate's going to creep up here, looking for a frag potentially. Soldier almost completing it. Swing by Tate's. 3K from the ace. And Euphoria goes up 2-0. Very close around there for 141, but not close enough. Throwing a 1v3 away like that is not good. Especially when you are losing your smoke and your Tachanka in that 1v3. They had a really good roam there. A very productive roam, and then they picked off my Sivro as the bunk on an overly aggressive play. And so they had it down to 1v3. That round should have been in their bag. And then they just fed 3 1v1s pretty much in a row to Tate's because he was on site. You shouldn't do that. It's not how you want to be playing that site. It's not how you want to play man up. You want to play for time if you're on defense, and just play for crossfires and hold angles and just wait out the round if you're on the defensive side. If you're on the attack side, just pincer, coordinate. I think that's going to be a key here for 141 is can they coordinate against a very well-versed team that will punish them for not coordinating in Euphoria. Euphoria, I mean, it's only 2 rounds in, so I can't say a ton about them. This could be 2 out of 45 or 2 out of 14, but it's going to be important for them to really focus on not losing important utility early in the round. You know, they have a rather support-heavy lineup. I mean, you have a flank watch here in Fate. Interesting to see a gridlock instead of a nomad. I personally would not bring the gridlock for flank watch, but it's an interesting choice. It's a viable choice, I'd say. And then, obviously, sort of soft support. You know, Sivro, obviously Tate's as the hard reach, and then Laser as secondary support. With the Thatcher. Thatcher, interestingly enough, was not banned, although the Kaid was. The other attack ban alongside the Jackal, which is, I don't feel like I have to really explicate on that, same with the Valkyrie, 2 very common bans, is the Finka, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It might be one of Euphoria's mains, it might be a target ban, but I really doubt it, and I don't know why you'd ban Finka. She can't self-res. Sure, she can heal your team, but it doesn't come that often. I don't see a reason for it, really. Odd hold here, at least in my opinion, from 141, is they're actually looking to have a Mira setup here. Push quickly coming out from Sivro. He'll take the objective, takes down Frisk, will clear that Mira out, however, traded quickly by Andy. Tates will pick off Soldier, and now all heck is breaking loose. Returning to site is the Thunderbird there of Andy. Gonna try and hold an angle here, trying to get another crack. Spots the ace there, Tates will pick him off for a double kill. However, at the cost of Soldier, losing the smoke is bad news here. 2v2. Impulse trades out Laser for Pelixel, getting a headshot on him. The Blackbeard proving to be a bit of a nuisance here, but not too much of a worry, really, for the defending team of 141. Now up to just Andy and Nick here. The Flash still in play, the Gridlock as well still active, not to mention the fact that there's a Blackbeard roaming around here somewhere. Andy, flanked by Fate, didn't really expect to rotate from the Gridlock, and now it's up to just Nick here. Outnumbered as the clash. Fate and Nyx will trade each other out, but a 2v1 where you trade each other out is just not the way to go. And that'll be the round for Euphoria, and up now 3-0. Messy round overall there for both sides. I can't say that either team emerged truly victorious. I guess you could argue Euphoria won, so therefore they are victorious and all that, but it was a hectic round where it was another round where I don't feel that they should have won that. They did, obviously, but they shouldn't have. You know, you had a situation there where they were man down, and then just simply losing too much utility too quickly without getting any trades. Was with brought down 141. Losing your smoke with, I believe, 2 if not 3 smokes still on him is really bad news for any team, regardless of, it doesn't matter if they're target ban or if they're, you know, a silver team. Losing your smoke early is bad. And then not getting enough trades to really sustain that man out. And obviously a lack of awareness as well. I mean, Civro, I feel like they should have heard him busting open this window and rushing in. But they just had and that was the problem with the hold itself, is that they had this very, you know, very Astro-concentrated hold where they were, at the same time, trying to hold it with a Mira and a Clash. It doesn't seem like a good combination, really, in that they're both accomplishing pretty much the same thing. It's just that the Mira is, let's say, a bit safer, as Impulse will lose most of his health there, playing and hunting. I don't know how. It must be some sightlines that they'd set up, which is not great, that he is down to pretty much 10 health, I would estimate, and it's 30 seconds in. Losing Oh My this early would be very bad news for them, considering that they have a rather, as you can see, a rather utility-dependent hold here. You know, they're going to really need to try and keep this held down, and I think I've found the purpose of that shield. Now it's going to actually cover them. Before, it wasn't really doing that. Tate's, however, will use that against them. There goes Nick, there goes Soldier as well, there goes the Flame, all of it. Laser and Fate getting frags as well into Frisk. And there goes Impulse, picked off. Andy will get a frag onto Fate, but it's up to just him against pretty much the entirety of Euphoria. Looking for a second one as Tate's will get aggressive, and that aggression pays off with another round here for Euphoria. 4-0. And they are moving towards a very dominant first half for themselves. Hi, Gills. It is good to see you, Gills. Fun fact, everybody, we should have, at the same time as this, on the Inferno League Twitch, which is One Inferno League. We should have Blood Wolves Gaming facing off currently against No Mercy Quiggles. I don't even know if Quiggles exists still, but supposedly. What's up? You will see me playing map 2 and 3. Yay. That's good to hear. I'm gonna just say hopefully not. I don't want people to play garbage. I hate watching garbage games. Because then it's like there's no smart play, there's nothing for me to talk about. It's literally just one team beating the crap out of another team, and at least one, if not both of the teams are doing stupid things.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers locate a bomb and defuse it.
Deploying CTE. Jammer deployed.
Okay. Anyways, another clash hold here. The same hold, it appears, as Andy will pick up for Alexa. A good opening here. A double kill, actually. Soldier will also pick down Laser. However, in response, Fate will trade him out, removing the mute. Not too bad, but still not amazing here for the attacking team to be losing your two fraggers that quickly with only one frag in return.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Anyways, here, as the round seems to slow down a bit after that opening flurry of frags, as about 2/5 of the lobby was wiped out there. See if we're going to actually sneak onto the objective using the hell there. Surprised to see that in play. It's not usual. And a very quick ending, as finally 141 will put a round up on the board. Frags going out from each member will allow them to take that round and ensure that they will not be going into the second half empty-handed. Better round there for 141, as I was saying. I mean, once the round slowed down, they just got frags because they being Euphoria wasn't able to really get much traction. You know, it's not like they were able to really get on the objective, and they tried. I will say that they did try to get on the site, but they couldn't get anything off of that because there was nobody there for them to really get a kill onto. You know, they were all just holding angles and waiting it out.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Kona on standby. You can stop worrying about grenades now. Kona station position.
Anyways.
Healing station placed. Deploying ADS. Deploying shot.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds to go.
Final round here, the first half will be played on Dining. Interesting to see the approach being taken by the defending team. Usually, this wall is left fully soft with footholds on both sides, but I guess we're going to be seeing just one side, and they have a castle on there, which is kind of odd. You don't normally see that one there. There is the castle where I would normally expect it. Those two. And there's the final one. I would normally expect that fourth one, or I would think the fourth one would go there. That way there's a bit better protection on whoever's deciding to play in Memo, which it appears to be nobody. I don't know why they're extending into Memo if they're not going to have somebody play it. Prolixo was just down. I don't know if that was friendly fire or what. As I think there was actually maybe a bit of aggressive play there from one of the members at 141, presumably Frisk. I mean, he's not Frisk. Andy, I mean, he's the only one on the top floor right now. But Prolixo was rezzed at the cost of the majority of his health. I mean, pretty much 90 health.
A bomb has been located.
You need to consider it that way. He is 2 armor. The armor system got replaced with health. 5v4 as Tates will take down Frisk. And a minute in, losing an opening frag isn't terrible, especially considering Nyx just brought it back by taking down Ysiva. Removing the Dokubi gonna likely provide them some more safety and stability later in the round. 3v4. Soldier will take down Fate, removing a flank watch element there from Euphoria's arsenal from their lineup. Will make it a bit more treacherous, I'd say. As this round goes on, the offensive machine that is Euphoria seems to be slowing down a bit as they are taking hits here. As they are trying to get something done, but they need to be cautious about how they go at this. Opening up that castle barricade there, as you saw, into that pantry side, onto kitchen in particular. I believe there's still a operative, actually, echo drone that could potentially stop them. Soldier might need to use that though, considering that Tate seems to be eyeing getting on the objective at this point. I don't know why it's a minute left and he's running around here trying to secure the areas around the site. I don't get it. I mean, Andy's still above, Soldier's below. Impulse takes down Prolixel, but Tates will almost trade him out, removing the Thunderbird instead, as they still down a man. Laser will even up, takes down Impulse, looks for potential another kill. We'll try and get on next to his, proving to still be quite a problem for this team. Actually spotting Laser, downs Laser. The Thatcher almost at the end of his life, the end of his wits. Tates will get a 3K now on a nicked, and it's up to just Soldier here. In a technically 1v1 situation, low time, they could potentially go for a plant. Tates could. He could also go for a res, but I doubt he wants to do that. It's low time. I think Soldier's just going to try and get a plant denial down at this point. Maybe go for some vertical play? I don't know exactly. I don't know why they're going for that. And actually, EMP will go down there. Looking for a plant denial. Will not have the time. The EMP stopped it. And what a play there from Tates if they do get the plant down. Now have to just Soldier to try and clutch us up in a post-plant. And Tates, with a 4K, closes out the half 5-1 for Euphoria. 12-5-2-4-4, 7-4-4-2-2. Congrats to Tates on breaking double digits. A really good opening half there, a really good attacking half, bear in mind, for Euphoria. I think this might actually be Euphoria's map pick. I'm maybe wrong on that, but that's what I believe is true. This is their map pick. If it's not, then, oh well, I got it wrong. But I think this is their choice. And they are very close to putting this first map away in their favor. They have a 4-round advantage here. They could very well simply close this map out here by winning this site, and then by winning Aviator games afterwards. It's not an impossible thought for them. They just really need, at this point in time, they need to focus up on getting frags and holding the site for as long as possible. Because if they can hold that advantage, that's what's going to put them in a really good spot here. The key thing for 141 to focus on is going to be trades and coordination. On that defensive side, they had some seeming miscommunication and miscoordination at times. So if they can just simply drill down, really, on their abilities to work with each other, to get trades, and to get those frags, to win against this very aggressive, but in a skillful way, aggressive Euphoria team, they could actually stand a chance here. But it's going to be difficult. They're on Villa. They're on attack now. They're down by 4 rounds, which usually, you know, it's a 3-3 or a 4-2 even in favor of the defending side, and they're at a 5-1 against them. It's not guaranteed, but signs are pointing to this map potentially being over for the now attacking team at 141. It's just, it's not good, the spot that they're in here. You know, never say never. I've seen 1-5 comebacks before, but they are definitely not easy. Anyways.
Attackers have located a bomb.
As you can see, 141 trying to make some work happen on the site, as there goes Nicked with an early frag into Prolixel. Does get the opening pick, but will be traded very quickly after by Tates. Taking down the Nomad with active utility still on him is a bad spot for 141 to be in. There goes Soldier with the frag on Deceivo. There goes Laser picked off by Andy, and now it's up to just the top frag. Tates with 14 kills, now looking for a 15th potentially. He'll take down Andy. Might be looking for that kill there onto Impulse. A very important frag coming up soon. But no, shut down by Soldier, who trades his teammate out, setting up some flank cams, it appears, using that Argus. I'm surprised to see it being used that way. Normally it's used for intel, not so much for flank watches. Fade is the last one left here. Heavily outnumbered, will get a bit aggressive here. Is just listening for all the sound cues around him as 141 does begin to close in on the objective here. As you can see, Impulse now taking the side, moving towards the default plant spawn, and the Fade is going to try and intercept that. He hears him, getting aggressive on a Frisk, but no, shut off there. And round goes the way of the attacking team of 141. A comeback starting to mount for them. I don't want to put the jinx on it or whatever phrases you might want to use. But it's looking like a comeback is starting here for 141. They had a really good by the book round there. They traded each other out. They worked with each other. They got the opening pick. And they played the end of round, the sort of man-up situation really well there, which is what they needed to do.
Defenders,
And
protect your bombs from being
because of
defused by
that,
attackers.
you know, they ended up winning the round. So now they go to potentially an easier site, potentially a harder site. It's going to depend really on how Euphoria plays it, but generally I'd say Trophy is harder for teams to hold and for teams to win than is Aviator in games, but not always. And I'm intrigued to see how this is held. There is
10 seconds to go.
There is a Mira here, as you can see, but there is no castle, which does not make sense to me. Because if somebody is holding this Mira and somebody's at this window, they have to pretty much hug the Mira in order to stay alive. I am nonetheless intrigued to see how this will affect how 141 responds, but 141 doesn't get a time to respond. Tate's already gets the opening frag onto Andy. There goes one of the top frags, pardon me, of 141. There goes Impulse as well, down and out, courtesy of Relixel, removing not only the top frag, but also the hard reach, the only hard reach for 141. Tate's traded out there by Frisk, but at what cost? You take out both top frags, so I guess it's a bit even. But even then, they're down by one, and down by a lot of utility in the fact that they lost their primary hard reach on a site that usually requires some form of hard reach, which is Trophy and Statuary. There are ways to go around that, to get around having, or lacking rather, a hard reach, but oftentimes it's just too difficult to deal with that, to deal with not having the Ace, the Thermite, the Habana, really. Frisk takes down Prolixil there. We'll bring a man advantage, an even numbers situation, and a man advantage. Pardon me, a Soldier takes down Fate. Good positioning here for both teams, actually. Laser will recover as he trades his teammate out in exchange for Soldier. And it's up to the Oryx and a Smoke with full utility versus Nicked and Frisk as Sledge and Nomad. See, Nick's gonna get aggressive. Actually spots the Smoke playing off-site, which is odd. I would normally expect the Oryx to be off-site, not the Smoke. Frag grenade will go out as he's being pincered here and will be taken down effectively by Frisk for a quad kill. I thought it was a double kill from Soldier, but okay. I'm not gonna question it any further. He might be looking for the ace now, at least according to this system, which I'm going to believe now wholeheartedly. So you can see Sivo trying to punch this up as a. He's just doing the default swing, I guess. He's having fun with it. Drone down there would be Sivo. He did take out the drone, but he's in danger at this point. There's 30 seconds left. Nicked and Frisk need to dedicate themselves to a push now, but they still have time to actually get that push down, assuming that they can win a gunfight, or at the very least pressure him away from the place that they want to be at. See, Flashing's going to go out and will actually move, at least. He'll get aggressive here on a Nomad, does lower Frisk, but at his own health. Frisk will actually take some time to get a plant down, and he will succeed in getting the plant stuck. Close plant situation, 1v2 now. He's going to try and get aggressive here. Flashbang's going out again from Nick. Doesn't spot him on the floor. It does actually take him down. 1v1 up to just Frisk and Ysivro. Potential match point on the line here. At least a map point on the line for Euphoria. Frisk just going to be waiting potentially for a Sivro swing. Sivro going to get a bit more aggressive. He's looking around trying to find Frisk. Frisk actually alerts Sivro to his presence and loses his life at the cost of it. And that'll be the round. And 6-2 it appears for Euphoria. And my oh my. That was unnecessary. It's Cernax. Hello, Cernax. Match point here for Euphoria, as they will look to technically side sweep. I mean, not exactly, but they're gonna use the same structuring in a side sweep, is that they just rotate through all three of the objectives here and look for a win on the arguably hardest objective to hold on this map, which is dining and kitchen. The first floor site, I'd also say living in library is difficult, but no team ever plays it, so I can't really say a lot about it besides that people view it as a meme site because it is just very hard to hold considering where it's
Attackers
placed.
need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Looking at their lineup here as they just TK'd laser. Ah. Okay. They've willingly submitted themselves to a 5v4.
10 seconds to insertion.
I don't get why. They're bringing in Ella here, so they have a more aggressive side. They also have, oddly enough, a... Oh. Oh, they're throwing. Or they're memeing, at least. You have a double shotgun from Belixel. I don't know what Tates is running for the sidearm, so I can't really say if he's throwing or not. Sivro is running at least ACS in the primary. I don't know if he's running a secondary shotgun or not. Not that the secondary shotgun on Castle or on Alibi is throwing or anything. It's just the idea of a, double shotgun. The idea of a double shotgun is a joke. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting round. It's going to be really embarrassing if 141 loses this round. Also, I saw predictions earlier for this map. But predictions that I saw on this map was that it was going to be 7-2 Euphoria. And, you know, never say never, but this map has been trending towards that. This round is going to decide if it's 7-2 or not. this round. And you could say, no crap, but I'm just simply saying that this is that decision point. Whether it's going to be that or greater. Sierra will take a bit of damage there, however. Alerted to the presence of the ash above, obviously, the breach charge, and oh no, Tate's just nitroed Andy. I feel like he should have spotted that. As it's even number situation here, in a shotgun-only defense for Euphoria. They're trying to play counter-vertical here against Frisk, who is, I believe, the only player on the attacking team with a shotgun in the skeleton key. And I don't know what to think about this round as a whole here. He's actually trying to pressure out the mute there. No, Prolixil is the castle. That's who he was spotting. Prolixil's trying to deal with him. But it's not really going that great. And there goes Fade, picked up by Soldier from actually across the top floor. Using that little heaven area sort of skylight to help get his way onto the objective. Nick will finally drop down. It's almost on the objective here. I don't know what to think of that. He's trying again, and there goes Impulse taken down by Prolixil. And Nick's just being bullied now. Oh god. He'll down Ysievro 3v2. He will pick off the alibi. Prolixil's got a kill on the Soldier though with a shotgun, secondary shotgun at that. It's up to just Frisk here, who is very low on ammo, at least on the shotgun side. And Nick does the Monty versus Prolixil and Tate's low time though, so they really need to be careful about this. And Tate does have SMG-11 in hand, looking for another kill. Prolixil will get a 3K with the secondary shotgun, mind you. And it looks like this map will be going. Oh no, Prolixil with a TK and low time situation for Nick. Needs to get the frag, will not. That'll be the map. 7-2 Euphoria picks up this first map. Villa. 16-5, 6-5, 5-9, 6-7, 5-6, 9-7, 8-9, 5-8, 4-7, 4-7. And recitates for top fragging in the entire lobby for this first map. We'll take a 5-minute break and then move on to map 2. Euphoria attacks on Chalet.
Hey, we get a few minute break, right?
1 second. I'm gonna ask him.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Yo. Yo, Cargo.
What?
Yo, Fancy,
Can we get
you gotta
a-
go.
Can we get a 10
I'm giving
minute?
you guys 5-minute break, yeah.
Okay.
Think he's gonna do the scoot skedaddle. That was fun. Thanks
Here,
for the
1
warm up.
second.
Gonna go get my 5K. Be back in a bit. Come back, guys.
Gills is playing now, right, Rose?
Huh?
Hi, Escargo.
Hi, Tates.
It's been a year now, I think. Year and a half, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
GG guys.
What, then you guys are dating?
No, there was a
GG guys,
team that
GG.
Fade and I were on, and he was like, I think a coach
It was
or like
Fate, Gills, Zuko,
Reflex.
Zarnoff.
Let me get Gills in the lobby real quick.
it was Gills, Tyler, Fade,
Oh, Tyler, right.
Kevin. It was such a Zuko.
There we go. It was Reflex.
Yeah, it was Reflex
Yeah.
Gaming.
Davesy was
Reflex
the
Gaming.
coach. You were whatever you were.
I don't even
Remember
know. I don't
Nubby?
even really remember what I was officially classified as.
You were
Like,
an
I
analyst.
was the co-team mascot alongside Karar.
Yeah.
Do you remember Numpty?
Hurrah.
I don't remember
McDavie.
him.
What happened to him?
McDavesy.
Mm.
McDavesy.
Remember him?
I'm coming out of retirement.
For like the 50th time.
Hi, Gilly.
What's up?
Can I fit this
This is my
rubber
first comp game. I don't know the last time I played a comp game.
What in Chalet, dude? I hate this map.
It's been a bit.
Can you guys
Yeah,
try
it's the
map
map
change?
they picked, I'm sorry.
Alright, Tate, I'm throwing you on
They're well practiced on this map.
You're what,
Let's,
Rose?
Let's play for
I'm going
Yeah,
on
Villa.
good boot camps on.
Okay, I can't hear you. Everyone. What?
Let me repeat myself.
I'm throwing you on Blitz this game.
Why?
Yeah,
It's just
you gotta listen to the IGL. Come on,
I'll
listen to
play
the-
Monte.
No, you won't.
No,
You're bad with
I'm
pistols.
the Monsang player.
I'll 1v1 you pistols right now.
I will smoke you.
That's a funny joke.
I'll smoke the both of you.
Yeah, cause you're really good with pistols.
Yeah. You can like
Yeah.
flick to our head really fast.
You guys are fucking eggs, dude.
What? You're just the best with pistols in our team.
Stop making fun of
13-year-old
me.
talent, dude.
It's
You have raw talent.
raw
PS5
talent.
controller. You're just the
Got the
best.
quick fingers, dude.
Y'all are making
God.
fun of me for being plot right now. I can tell.
Got the good
Get
fingers.
champ, buddy, and then talk to me.
When is Yon joining the party, Rivs?
So you're my rank?
Yeah, are we playing with Yon later?
Damn.
or-
Tough.
Yeah, I'm playing with
Apparently
Jan.
Yon is joining later.
He's finally getting off. What is he playing? Splitgate or whatever the fuck
Oh,
he's
has he
doing.
just been? Is he even still dating that same girl, or are they?
He probably is.
I don't think so. He hasn't posted her on his story in like.
Yeah, I haven't
month
seen
now.
her at all.
All he's done today is text me about how he moved houses and he basically just repeatedly told me that he loved me so much and missed me.
That girl was only in it for the money, though. I'm telling you.
He's loaded.
I could see it on her face.
Yeah.
The thing is, too,
Look at that.
she took him away from us, bro.
She did.
Kind of sad.
Fucking whore.
Mean words.
Risk and Andy getting Portia.
He just wanted that French cock. She just wanted that French cock. What do you mean?
Can I come to party
French
chat
cook?
too? Am I invited?
The French
I
cook.
wanted to. He was gonna say, what's it called? Grape. You ever have black grapes that are big?
Brisk.
Black grapes. I've
Yes,
never had
big
black.
Is Fisk not here? I'm back.
Am I
I'm back.
good to start?
Get your ass in party chat. No, not yet.
Oh my god, like, do we have to wait 10 hours for these guys to have a team meeting?
They need to plug up their Discord strats and
That clearly works so well.
Give us a few minutes.
Oh my god. 3
I really
big
wish I had
balls.
Bash and Blitz.
Are we
It'd be
starting?
so fun.
I'm
It's
trying
been
to
5
figure that
minutes.
out.
Is Winter Moon banned, or is that allowed?
What is
Oh,
winter moon?
yeah, I should take off Wind Bastion so that I can play Jaeger now. I want to use the
Wind-
M870.
Did you say winter moon? Winter moon?
Winter Moon, yeah. It's like
It's
the
a
white skin with like the
uniform.
like patches of brown on it.
Hey, you guys can start.
Alright.
Okay, I'm good to start, Velixel?
Start it. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Start.
Good luck. Have
Okay.
fun, guys.
Good luck, have
GG on
fun,
that first game, by the way.
everybody.
Yeah, GG's, dude.
Now you see what I mean? Up in the top right by the scoreboard. Or it was, and then our scoreboard got tiny, which made me sad. I did not like it when they changed the size of the scoreboard. It made me uncomfortable. Anyways, map 2 here, the best of 3 series. I believe this is actually 141's map pick. Although 141 does scram a lot on Villa, Euphoria does as well. I don't know about Euphoria's record here, but 141 historically has done well here on this map. It is Chalet. It is, I'd say, still a defender-sided map, but it is more 50-50 than previous map. It is still a mirror map. It's a map less focused on impact tricking. There's not a whole lot of it available to begin with. There's more vertical-based play, though. No, I see more vertical play here than on Villa. Mainly because the meta sites are the first floor always, bar and gaming. And with a vertical hold into library, sometimes onto blue or mezzanine, that's what I see from most teams. Some variation of that. And then oftentimes office is somewhere in there. And then there's sometimes team will play first floor. Sometimes teams will play kitchen and dining, but I find more teams play basement, not first floor. Pardon me. Than kitchen and dining, because in my opinion, new kitchen and dining is not an easy site to hold. Meanwhile, I'd say new basement is a bit easier to hold for defenders. At the very least, it's a bit less predictable. But even then, it's a site that everybody knows how to attack. Everybody knows how to defend. So instead of a site where it's just generally difficult, it's instead a site where it's about winning 1v1s and trying to outplay, pardon me. I think that's the real key to that objective. Now,
Defenders protect
looking at the bans here, they are surprisingly similar to the first time. I don't get the Finka ban. It still confuses me. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to ban Finka. I don't... She's not that popular. She's not that great. The Clash ban also... I guess it makes sense. I don't really see 141 playing Clash on this map. And in the past, I haven't seen them play it. I've seen them play this map in the past, which is why I can say that with such confidence. But it's also a bit of a target ban, considering that on Trophy and Statuary, both times that 141 went there, they did bring the Clash, so it's not terribly surprising to see that in play here. 141 going to arguably the strongest site, which is Bar in gaming, though, does pretty much revolve around holding Library, the area directly above both of those objectives. As you can see, though, the only area that you can really play good vertical from, or can play more vertical from, is this gaming area. Obviously, you have that hatch into Bar, but that's only going to provide you so much access, really, onto that Bar side. As you can see, though, there is a bit of a sort of a beginnings to push here for the attacking team of Euphoria. And oddly enough, Tates is actually bringing a blitz. I don't know why. It's a best of 3. You still have one map to win. And he's almost on site. Obviously some interference there from the Banshee, and he'll get picked off for it. Just got too focused and missed his shots on a Banshee. Which is... Tates, I'm sorry to call you out, but that's kind of embarrassing. That you missed it there. That you missed it on, of all things, not a person, but a Banshee. 3v5 as Andy takes down Gills, removing not only the former top frag of Euphoria, but also the hard reach in Gills. Is a good start here for 141, and a bad opening to this map for Euphoria. They still could salvage this round, but it's going to be difficult. They've lost half of the round's time, and half of their team, not to mention a lot of utility for Lixo as well as Andy. And now it's looking like this round is firmly in the hands of 141 and firmly away from Euphoria's grasp or control. They could obviously still recover it, but it's going to take some serious work from them and some big mistakes from 141, which at this point I don't think they're going to make. I know how they play, and usually they do well on these. Anyways, 40 seconds left in the round. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Zviro. There we go. Sorry, I just realized where the I is. Smoke's going out here. 30 seconds left. I think Impulse might be smoking the wrong area though. I don't know why they'd be pushing that late in the round. We don't really push them to utility that late in the round. Zviro, takes down Frisk as well as Impulse. But they have 20 seconds left in the round, and they're still outnumbered. It's going to take some major misplays here, and it seems to be coming true as Nick's the last one left. They just both got double kills. He's going to have to try and stop a plant. That's going to be his only way to win this round. Zviro will look for the plant now. I don't know if they realize it, but Nick is above. He could potentially stop the plant here. He'll look around. He'll drop the hatch. Doesn't know where either of them are. Well, actually, we'll find one, but it's traded. The 2v1 works against them. Works against 141. And the man advantage is turned very quickly, as it'll be 1-0 now, Euphoria. A very surprising opening round there for the attacking team. They had 40 seconds left. They were outnumbered by 3. Impulse, as the smoke still had 2 smokes left on him. And they managed to get 4 kills. Both of them got double kills and get a plant down in the nick of time. Speaking of Nick, specifically Nicked, was unable to stop the plant, which was bad. They needed to have that vertical control. And obviously, it's harder to have that vertical control on the Bar side because it's not a soft ceiling, unlike gaming.
Attackers need to locate and
So,
defuse as many bombs
just
as they can.
a pretty big mistake there by the defending team 141. Costs them the opening round, And obviously it's going to feed a bit more momentum here to Euphoria, who already have quite a bit of momentum, mind you. Obviously they've switched around one of their players. I believe they subbed out. They subbed in Gills for... I don't even remember. I'm sorry to whoever's name I'm forgetting, but as I was saying, they subbed them in, so they might have lost a bit of chemistry and a bit of momentum with that, but still, they're at now, between this map and that first round, they're at 8-2, which is really good positioning for them. I don't understand it. And as you can see, same hold here from 141. I believe some slight changes might have been made, but it seems to be the same essential hold, really. And oddly enough, 141's actually gonna, not 141, Euphoria is gonna try and push straight through 141's hold, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know why they're just pushing straight into the utility, and this has always been an issue here for 141, is that this wall right here is soft. I don't know why they're opening up both sides of it. You're just inviting yourself to get crossfired. But they now have access to mezzanine, thanks to that. If they had kept that closed, it would have been better, I'd say, since they wouldn't have to worry about that getting compromised, as they actually do manage to collapse the smoke shield there of Impulse, who will still be trying to play on this blue stairs, just on lower instead of upper. Actually rotate back up 4v4 now. Fate will take down Andy. However, Tate's picked off there. And now, as you can see, it's an even number situation with about half the round remaining. Neither team has got the upper hand. Maybe you could argue that Euphoria does. They've gotten a wall. They've gotten rid of some utility. They're taking control of the vertical, so they might be able to actually start getting some good plays here. As they approach about a minute 15 left in the round, they could finally take control of this library side. And there goes Gills, down but not out, and finished by Soldier on the flank. Bit odd to see a mute on the flank here, but I'm not going to question it any further, as they are getting frags off of it, and Fate will trade him out. Zviro, pardon me, takes down Nyx, and Impulse will actually trade him out for a 2v2, back to square one for both teams. As obviously losing some players there on both sides. Truly, neither side seeming to lose anything too terrible. Maybe Fate on the attacking side and the loss of Soldier on the defense, I guess. But Elixir will fall. Actually, make Impulse fall. Traded by Frisk, and it's up to just Zviro. I'm gonna have to get that name right, pardon me, folks. And Frisk facing off here in 1v1, 30 seconds left. Theoretically, this should go the way of Zviro. He has the stronger weapon. He should generally have intel, but then again, Frisk might have just gotten the sound cue that he needed. Thanks to that Banshee, Zviro gonna try and rush around. Gets another sound cue. Frisk gonna hear it and is just listening and waiting here. Is having to look at two angles here. Does lose some health there due to the Ella, not the Ella, but the IQ. And the IQ there of the Frost of Frisk earns him the round. Almost risked losing that round there. He knifed, but didn't matter. He still picked up the gunfight. That's what mattered. Truly. And that's what gets them 1-1 tie here.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Magnets ready. Deploying jammer.
Bomb located by attackers.
Jammer. Sirius powered up.
Now, as you can see, gonna switch sites here. 141 going. Oddly enough, to kitchen and dining. I would disagree with this choice of site here.
Attacker's objective is
Who is the captain of Euphoria? There's a bunch of captains, but it's Prolixel, who is Prolixel, and Fate, who is the Fate. They might have a third, but I really doubt it. I'm checking on the third right now for you all. And Rivsy, aka Y0, which I think it's not great that they have that many helps, but that's me. And as you can see, Fate gonna try and approach the objective here, as they are gonna have to deal with a vertical hold, which is, I think, is the meta on the site. I don't really see the site played a whole lot, so I can't say definitively if this is the meta, but I'm gonna assume so. Considering that seems to be the strongest way to hold this side of the site. "5v4, 5v3, pardon me, 5v2, bless you," if he's just sneezed, as a lot had happened in just a matter of seconds. Tate's with the 3k he'll knock down Andy as well, and it seems to be all in favor here of Euphoria. Has 2 TKs there. I don't think that's even going to stop them, though. Gills will shut down Nicked, and that brings an end to round 3, and brings the man advantage back in favor of Euphoria.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Ready for company.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Anyways, on to this next round here.
10 seconds left
We
before
have
insertion. 5 seconds to go. Attackers have defused the bomb.
now, as you can see, there is a Amaru in play, as it is a top floor hold here. First time we're actually seeing a top floor hold, although in the past, 141 has held the top floor to hold the first floor, which makes sense. It's about simply denying vertical and denying access to parts of the map, important parts of the map at that. So I'm not too surprised, you know. But on that point, on that topic, as you can see, Tate's will get an early frag on a soldier. There goes the smoke, and that's an early bad pick here. As seemingly nothing is really moving in favor of 141. Certainly, maybe not at all, really, as it's just difficult for either team to really be able to resist the other. 5v3, looks will take down Chris. Attempts to trade there by Impulse. Felix shuts that down with a double kill of his own. Nick Tower will pick off Tate's. The former top frag in the last map before he's now struggling a bit, I'd say. 3v1, Andy will pick off Fate. However, Gills will trade him out. That's up to just the Legion here of Nick, who is off-site. Very close to site, though, so it could very well push it back. Impact will happen for what, though? I don't know. As you can see, trying to deal with the Amaro there. Why, Sivro... Oh. TK and a knife. brings it down to a 1v1 between Gills and Nicked. And I'm disappointed. I didn't really want to see a lot of throwing, but in the words of the famous memes, it is what it is. As you can see, Nicked gonna try and inch forward here in the post plant. Still has about 30 seconds left, probably close to 20 now. And slow peaks Gills. And if there's one thing that you don't want to do against Euphoria, is peak them poorly, which is what we just saw, and that cost them the round. Sadly, costs 141. Potential opportunity to even them up now, as they could still potentially, bring it to 3-3 but no matter what, they're not going to escape this first half with a man advantage. I don't know what to tell you about 141 here, besides that they're looking fraught, to say the least.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs
Now,
as they can.
as you can see, we have a first hold again. This is the strongest site and the preferred site, it appears, of 141. Understandably so. It's a good site. I'd say it's the number 1 or number 2 site on this map.
Attackers have discovered the location.
So I am not surprised at all to see it being played. But I just don't know how Euphoria is going to react. I mean, they're, what, 1-1 on this objective? So they're not terrible, but they could certainly be better.
5 seconds remaining. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb. Bomb has been located.
Risk taken down there by Sviro. And there goes Andy as well, down but not out just yet. Could potentially stand a chance. Nick will actually fire back. Takes down Tates. The Twitch is taken down. Red's gonna be attempted there as Impulse will. And Fate just got frostmatted. I think Euphoria is rushing too much here, and it's costing them. They have sight, even. 3v3, I don't think they realize, but why Sphero is literally on the objective. And there goes Soldier with a double kill on a Fade, and Lexo shuts off the chances at a res. And about 2 minutes left in the round here. There's about just over half of the lobby has died. Why Sphere's the last one left for Euphoria. He's gonna try and play that hatch there. Andy gonna try and, not Andy, Soldier gonna try and receive. But nope, Impulse shuts it down. Gets around for his team. Still round disadvantage though. Is gonna haunt and is gonna put 141 in danger.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
We are protected.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Now, final round of the first half here, as we might see an even half. For the defending team. I am hopeful, truly, that we see an even half. I don't really want to see another 7-2. it wouldn't be the end of the world,
5 seconds remaining.
but I just would rather not. There.
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
Reload!
Anyways. As you can see, it's a kitchen and dining hall again, and he gets an opening pick on it. It's interesting contrast to the last time 141 attempted the site, where they very quickly got turned into mincemeat, to be honest. They just got steamrolled. Nearly a perfect round for Euphoria. They just TK'd, and that was what made it not perfect. And Impulse inquiring into who's on that window, found Fate, picked him off, and removed the top frag, one of the top frags of Euphoria. And a 3v5 is making this difficult here for the defending team, or for the attacking team, pardon me, as the defending team is holding this man advantage and using it to the best of their ability, really. As, interestingly enough, Euphoria doesn't have a whole lot of drones left. I mean, they have, what, 3 drones in total? Plus whichever ones they have still outside, which should be... There's going to be one more that they could potentially look through. The rest of them are either destroyed or inaccessible. Three v4, there goes Frisk. I believe traded out, actually. After a bit of a delay, Impulse will take down Prolixel, and a double kill from the Aruni will continue this 2-man advantage. Tower closing in is Ysviro. I'm gonna have to... Sorry in advance to Euphoria when they watch the VOD, because I have not gotten this thing right at all. And as you can see now, Gil's going to try and approach the site here. Nick's trying his best to hold down the objective, doing what he can, but really not a whole lot that he can do at this point, as the rest of his teammates are helping him. Bit of a communal effort, I'd say. Ysviro, the last one left here. The floor has full utility, could still pick up this round, could still manage to clutch it up, but it's going to be difficult. He's outnumbered heavily. It's looking like it's going to be a 3-3 split at half. We've seen 1v3 clutches before from Euphoria. We saw it last map even. It was what helped lead them to a 7-2 first map. Is what led them to be at series point on the second map. But in order for them to get that, in order for them to get a man advantage and a round advantage, they need to get early frags. If they want to get a round advantage, they need to win this next round, but they're not going to have time. I think Sviro is just going to try and save himself this round. Nick will lose some health there as he's getting into a gunfight here with Sviro. Will be taken down. And just decides to get one more frag before he ends up running out of time. And that'll be 3-3 split at half. 6-6-5-4-3. 4-5-5-4-3. Anyways. Okay. A timeout has been called. Okay. let's just restart it. Okay. "141 called a timeout, which is why that happened.
Defenders, protect your
So,
bombs from being
yeah.
defused by attackers.
Lovely. Yep. No. Switching in half, so now should technically favor
10 seconds left
the
before
defending
insertion.
team of Euphoria.
5 seconds to insertion.
Camera ready.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Camera. Camera ready. Deploying. Unrolling razor wire. Setting the turret. Magnet online. I will watch over us. Magnet activated. Here we are.
Anyways, as you can see, it is a basement hole here. It's interesting to see that Euphoria is prioritizing a simpler site with theoretically simpler strats than a more advanced site.
Ratero prime. Charge deployed. Breaching Mustafa.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Explosive on the move.
Anyways, as you can see,
Attackers have dropped a bomb.
5v4, Sviro will take down Impulse. A very quick frag there, as they did get the wall open, but cost of their opening frag in half the round. Felixo will take down Nicked, gets a double kill there onto Andy, looks for a third potentially, will run out of ammo though, so we'll have to resort to the secondary, and Frisk, with too many bullets to count, 150 in fact if you wanted to be cheeky about it. We'll down Felixo, but I don't think he's going to be able to confirm it, at least not yet. Soldier's checking around. We'll find him, but still not great here, as they're pretty much in a 4v1, confirmed by the Vito. And now it's up to just Soldier here, as there goes Tates, and it's 4-3 now. That was a messy round there for 141. They just bled players, and they didn't get any trades.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Benchy is gone.
Quiet chat tonight. Before, whoever you four are, thanks for showing up at least.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds remaining. Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
I've placed Benchy.
Pardon my silence these past few rounds, just not a whole lot happening, frankly. Hi, I see. Yeah, I remember you for the most part. Fate Falls as well as Gills, double kill there. For 141, Frisk and Impulse picking up frags, as they are moving quickly towards a good position to be in. However, there goes a good amount of both sides, really. TK as well, Soldier on to Nicked. Don't know what was going on with them, but losing Iana isn't great. Losing them to a TK isn't great either. I was about to say losing her, but doesn't really matter. You all get my point here. As Svito are going to try and hold down this piano side, trying to hold down this side, his teammate Perlixel going cross-country pretty much to return to the objective. I think he was trying to roam, but considering the situation that they're in, as Frisk actually loses most of his health there to Svito, who's holding down this piano side, actually going to stun, looking for potential impact, was trying to make sure that he could actually get an impact out. Smoke will go out the second of 3. Svito going to actually have to deal with an aggressive friendly from Frisk, as Perlixel will actually be traded out, or trade out, pardon me. Svito for Frisk. Still not great to lose that Smoke Babe, but at least 2 of them went down, and at least the Smoke got traded out as Perlixo does finally break double digits. Congrats to him on being the first player in the lobby to do so. And as you can see, he'll pick down another for a 3K from him. I believe this is another spot where he's been in a 3v1, could potentially stand to win 2 3v1s in this series here. Andy, the last one left here for 141. That's potential evening in the numbers here, and even 4-4 is possible. It's plausible. Looks one in angle, spots Andy. Getting a bit aggressive here, just trying to pre-fire it. Andy gonna rotate around, it appears, like for the plant. Potentially will get off of it. I don't know if he's gonna fake or stick at this point. I think that's part of the mystery here. Nearly 4. Flixo trying to figure out what's gonna happen, where it's gonna happen. As you can see, Flixo will rotate around, try and actually bait out Andy. I think he might actually succeed in that low time though. And time will begin to favor the defending team. Obviously it always has and it always will. Andy gonna actually hear Prolixo right on the corner. Will swing him Solarium, lowers most of his health. Will actually remove even more. Needs to get the plant down and will just in the nick of time begin the plant. All Prolixo has to do is just gets Andy off the plant, gets the hard ping, swings, gets the kill. 5-3 now as Euphoria begins to break away once more. Don't really play that much. I just do stats. I'm a numbers nerd, if you wanted to call it that. Anyways, potential punch ultimate around here if Euphoria can complete a site sweep, which isn't impossible, but a side sweep +1. I just realized because they're already on route to do a side sweep. If they win this next round, they will have completed it, which would be very demoralizing, to say the least, for 141, considering that they lost 7-2 that first map, and if they take a side sweep here, they're going to be at series point, match point, map point, whatever you want to call it. Down by 3 rounds. It's just going to be not good for them.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Device set.
See the Goyo there, Voice of Vito just going to be holding down mezzanine side, as well as, or rather accompanied by nobody on the top floor. All he has is that singular hatch and a Goyo, and I think he's actually going to get some accompaniment, some help here. The castle there of Tate's will just set up some sight lines, which is good. They really should. As there goes the other Goyo shield, and there goes Tate's, picked out by Impulse from a distance. Not a good opening here for Euphoria. Obviously, not a good opening for any team to have your first player die within 50 seconds without even getting any damage onto whoever was shooting at them, or just in general any member of the opposing team. As you can see now, the Malusi there. Pelixo getting a bit aggressive here. Might be looking for a 13th kill. Last map he got 16 if I remember correctly. So he could very well bring that up again. He has enough time to do that if he wishes. Frisk will fall in the hands of Pelixo there. And now Severo will fall in the hands of Andy. I almost said Andy, which would be incorrect, because he is not Andy, he is Andy. And he is a bragger, as he will continue to be second still. Which is team in kills. I was about to say lead, but that would be Impulse, as the Fragmite technically as the support, oddly enough, is leading his team in kills, which is interesting. Gills will pick off Soldier, and looking for a flank now, so he'll start to go cross-country, 2v3, and he gets a double kill on a Pelixo, trades his teammate out, stops the top frag of Euphoria from doing anything more. Gills and Fate, two of the Reflex Gaming originals here, actually going to try and take the top floor. There goes Fate, it ends up nicked. Another swing from Andy, and he'll pick up the 3k on the round, and it's now 5-4. Comeback potentially starting here for the attacking team of 141. Good round there for 141. They quickly got an opening pick. They collapsed site, or they collapsed the vertical hold, and then they just held it and won 1v1s and traded. Although at times I would consider their play risky.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Now, back to basement here. Back to basics, potentially, for Euphoria. Back to a side that they are technically perfect on. Admittedly, they've only played one round, so they either have not won at all, or they are perfect on the site. There's no in-between. It is an absolute, because of how few rounds they've played here. We'll have to see if they can improve that, potentially. If they can continue that record, or if they fall to 50%. As Euphoria, not Euphoria, 141 seems a bit uncomfortable on the site. There goes Fate, picked off early by Soldier, and that seems to be a commonality now, is that 141 members are getting early opening picks here onto players of Euphoria, which is not good. No team should lose players early. And generally, you don't want to be the one that is the first picked off. As Maisavito will take down Frisk, removing the Zoph. So not exactly a trade, but at least evening the numbers up for his team. And we'll have to see if he can manage to get more done. If that Vigil of Maisavito will produce any more frags, or waste any more time, and potentially take out any more drones. He is currently just sitting there, waiting. He's going to have to deal soon, I believe, with Andy, who is trying to single-handedly roam clear against him with a drone. And keep in mind, you're facing a Vigil who has a ability that actually affects drones. And Andy, even though he saw him without the ERC, as I like to call it, the ERC-7, he's still managed to lose the gunfight because he swung him on prone. Why? Impact goes out, and now potential fake rotate. It is a fake rotate. Nicked actually crossfire there, picked up by Maisavito, and now up to just Soldier here and Impulse, the two supports. The two most supports, if you wanted to count Nicked as well. It's a support. The last one standing. Still at a man disadvantage, though. Impulse, the hard reach, and Soldier, the secondary support, going to try and pick this round up for themselves. To try and bring themselves back to a 5-5, bring themselves back to a very important round here. If they can win this next one. If Euphoria wins this next one, is about, I'd say it's equally as important. This is now it's 2v2. And Prolixo and Maisavito, two players who have both broken double digits, congrats to them. They're facing off against Soldier and Impulse, the two supports of 141. Soldier gonna inch forward here, try and deal with. It's actually Wise Vito right in the corner, who is aware that somebody might try and swing that, so he's just holding the angle here. I think he might actually hear Wise. Actually hear Soldier. He does. He'll rotate around. Actually send his second impact down and be swung. Oh no, got caught sprinting. Soldier punishes him for it with a 3K now, as Prolixel's the last one left, looking to potentially clutch up again. He's clutched up twice in 1v3s, and now looks to clutch up just a 1v2. Certainly easier, I'd say, than a 1v3 situation. One less player to deal with, as Impulse is at low time, needs to get this frag, and will not. Prolixel, 3 clutches in this series, 2 1v3s and now a 1v2, as he brings his team to match point, series point, and has an opportunity to break his kill record from last map of 16. He just needs 1 kill here, and he would technically outdo himself from last map. Also, congratulations to Tates. Not Tates, to Severo, pardon me. Tates has half of the kills of Severo, who has 10 on the dot. And it's going to be a bit difficult here. Now, it's Master. This is a site that, under a 1v3, Euphoria won. I say under 1v3 because that's the important part. If they had not clutched the 1v3, they would not have won that. That is the easiest way to put it. There's no...
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
There's no fancy language to it. That's the core of it. Interesting to see the Vulcan shield there instead of a normal shield, but then again, they don't have anybody with normal shields in their lineup. They could have potentially brought in a smoke for that, but I suppose not. Which is a bit unfortunate. I was hoping to see something. I have. Is this the last round? Maybe. It could be. It could be, what, the 19th round out of 39?
5 seconds to go.
Mental math.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Or is this the first game? This is the second map in the series. Anyways, we'll have to see how it goes here. It's an interesting hold from Euphoria. They have extended themselves out across the top floor and with a teeny bit of presence on the first floor as well, in terms of Prolixel on their own. Five v4, Wise Vito will take down Impulse, and a 5v3 is also take down Andy. 2 very quick picks for the defending team. However, Frisk will respond by taking down the Mozzie there, removing him from play, but at the cost of their man advantage, and at the cost of 2 important players there. 2 of their 3, pardon me, top frags. Prolixel will actually Pokeball nicked. I am surprised to see that in play. Or to see that happen, rather. As Soldier will trade down Prolixel at the cost of the Monty, and now Tates will take down Frisk. The series is on the line here. The playoff shot is at stake for Soldier, who has around 20 health, I would assume, in a 1v3. Half the round remaining, with 1 drone. And that 1 drone is the only drone he has available. He'll take down Fate because Fate was running around. Frankly, a stupid play from Fate. Don't know why you're doing that with the series on the line. And Gills is the only one actually sitting around. Tates is just gonna... Tates is actually doing the same. I was about to say that Tates is just gonna roam, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, you are in a man-up situation. You should not feel the need to go hunting for the attacker. The attacker will try and hunt you, I guess, and Tates lies in wait like an apex predator, and his team, Euphoria, prevails 7-4 on Chalet, wins the series 17-9, 12-9, 7-8, 5-8, 4-7, 8-9, 8-8, pardon me, 10-9, 5-10, 8-9, 7-10. Well done to Prolixel and Sphero for both breaking double digits. Congrats to Prolixel for breaking his previous record on this series of 16 with 17 kills.
GG's, guys.
GG's, boys.
GG.
GG's.